partner is Pacers Sports and Entertainment to welcome Miss Deja Chapman. Next up, we have USA Track and Field. Those students are Miss Quintana Davis and Mr. Mike Lee. Next up, we have Headcore. Opportunity and new direction for Martin University. We're very excited and very excited to have you along with us for the journey.
Welcome to Let's Talk Live with Martin U, the live podcast that brings much needed conversations to the table. Today is a special edition of our show where we are participating in Draft Day here at Martin University. This is our second year having Draft Day here with Martin Works, and today I have Mr. Ezel Mars to give us a little bit more information, a little more detail on what's going on, who's here, how this goes. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Much for having me. Thank you for having me. Good afternoon. My name is Ezel Mars. I serve as Vice President for Corporate and Strategic Partnerships at Martin University. And I'm just excited about our second annual Draft Day here at Martin University. Draft Day is a part of Martin Works, which is our corporate to career connection where we educate students at the same time we're catapulting them into their careers with our partnerships with various partners. And today is a day when that really takes off. So over the course of the next hour, we'll have students that will be meeting with the corporate partner that they'll be working in an apprentice with for the next several months, and hopefully one day making their forever home. So today is about the excitement of Draft Day, and it's a little bit like the excitement of NFL or, other kinds of drafts in that it's truly a momentous occasion and a life-changing experience for our students as well as our partners. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Now, I do have a question for potential partners that would like to participate and bring their corporation here to Martin University. How do they do something like that with contacting you, or who do they contact?
Well, there are many ways that you can become a partner, and the first is just to reach out to us. You can contact me directly. You can reach out to the university. There's some information. The website has a link to Martin Works. If you just go to the Martin Works link on our website, not only can you learn about Martin Works and resources and other things that we do, but there's actually a page where you can click Become a Partner, put in your information, and we'll reach out to you. We'd love to start by, if you haven't been to Martin University, come on out for a tour. Learn about some of the exciting things that we're doing at Martin and learn about our student and our story and that sort of thing. So you can reach out to any one of us. Tony Cunningham, who's our Director of Career Development, leads the Martin Work Initiative and that work. And you can reach out to Tony directly. You can call me directly. You can call the university. You can send an email, snail mail. You can reach out any way you want to and say, I want to be a partner. I want to connect with Martin.
All right, now we do have to get Mr. Ezel back on stage because he is doing the introduction to everything going on today with the draft. So I do thank you for the time that you're able to have with us, and I look forward to hearing what you got to say on stage.
Thank you so much. I just look forward to anyone that's listening. If you've not heard of Martin University or Martin Works, please go to our website, click Become a Partner, or click I'd like to learn more so we can get you out to a visit and get a chance to meet you. Thank you so much. Make it a great day.
Thank you. Now I will have to send it over, and that's what we have for right now. We'll be right back momentarily.
A Martin University education means that I can earn my degree and launch my own vision or walk into any organization ready to make a positive impact. Martin University, my education, my impact.
How I actually got to Martin was not an easy road. When I graduated high school, I was making money. I had a good job. But at my job, I discovered that I wanted to move up. And the only way I could do that was to earn a degree. The day I came in for my orientation totally changed my mind about Martin. I knew this was what I wanted to do. Martin has always been a family, and my family became part of the Martin family too. There were times when things got rough. It was difficult at times. The Martin faculty and staff, they always understood, and those people continued to support me when I needed it. Martin University is an awesome place because it will allow you to live out the dreams that you may not have even known were there.
Danielle Shaquan McGee. I graduated with my bachelor's of business administration in 2021. Going back to school with 5 kids was a big commitment I had to be willing to make. I do think the older ones really understood what I was trying to do, and I'm very open with my kids. So we did have a conversation before I decided that I was going to take this big step and how much I needed their support. When I came to Martin, it was like everything was perfect. Working around my job schedule, the drop-in center that helped with the kids, the faculty pushed you and encouraged you. The reason I chose Martin was because of the drop-in center, the smaller class sizes, the support of the staff, being in an environment with people who are going through the same things I was going through, and just us help pushing each other. For too long, Martin University has been Indiana's best kept secret, and I'm on a mission to change that.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Live with Martin Yu. Today I do have a student with me, Miss Latrice, and she is a part of draft day this year, so she has no idea who she's going to. But before she gets drafted, I want to ask her a couple questions about who she is, where she comes from, what she studies, and all that good stuff. So if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Latrice. I'm a senior student at Martin. I'm majoring in psychology. And what was your other question?
Just your background. You said you study psychology.
Yeah. So I want to go further and probably get my doctorate to be a functioning psychologist. That's what I'm going for. Maybe hit the HR, or something like that. I just want to be in a position to help others.
So how did you discover Martin University? When did you start the program here with us?
It's a unique story. I was with a friend, and some just told me to come here. Of course, it was a self-betterment situation. And when I walked into Martin University to learn about their programs, I felt like I was at home with it. It just felt like I was supposed to be here. And ever since then, it has just been a beautiful experience.
Can you tell me a little bit about your process with Martin Works and how you discovered it and the journey it's taken for potential students that want to do Martin Works and want to participate in draft day next year?
Sure. I was introduced to Martin Works by Tony Cunningham, which has been a tremendous good force in my life. Let me just say that. Martin Works really changes lives. The program is extraordinary. I loved it from the day one, the beginning to the end, where we at now. I learned about it through an email from him, and I decided to come to see what it was about. I thank God I did, because it made my college experience a whole lot better, because they teach you about yourself and putting yourself out there to get better jobs. It teaches you how to be a better you when you're presenting to different jobs. Etiquette classes, all those things. College is one experience, but having this kind of program, it just adds just a big force to it. So I'm just really happy I was a part of the Martin Works.
Now, as an adult learner, I know that you probably have a lot of other responsibilities outside of the standard normal college life that somebody that would be, just now starting, coming out of high school, in that transition. How does this impact and help you by doing Martin Works and being a part of a partnership with any of these corporations here, because it is paid? So how does that help you in furthering your future?
Well, of course, as an adult educator, I mean, going for adult learning, of course, there are things that we have to be responsible for just our livelihood. I was happy to come to Martin because it has such flexibility. Um, Even with getting an internship program, it's going to be available for me. So it makes the experience better. Am I answering that question? Okay, so just having the opportunity to work with Martin Works, which was really good for me because I do work a full-time job. The hours that we were able to attend the class worked perfectly for me. And that's just been my experience with Martin altogether. It just works for the working person. So anybody out there that want to pursue their degree, I mean, don't be afraid to come to Martin. The professors are phenomenal. I mean, they make sure you learn and they teach in a way that you can understand. Martin Works, it's going to show you how to navigate all those things. You're learning a lot with the school, but you also getting more. So I think having this experience, you just have to have this experience.
Now, I do know that on any sector of education, you have to have experience. You can go to school so much, but people are wanting the experience on top of the education nowadays. And it's just so hard in the job field, just in your career, to find something. So I feel like Martin Works is a good advantage for people to take a hold of, because you can get that experience and it's paid, and you can still do what you do in your daily life with your responsibilities, whether it's kids, whether it's two jobs, you're still going towards your goals here, and it's not postponing anything else outside of the education world that you have.
Yes, and you get all that. You do. You said it for me. That's how I feel. Mm.
That's really nice. So with the process, how long has it been to where you started with Martin Works and here now? What was that process? Was it a month? Was it 2 months? How long is that?
It was a accelerated semester, so it was like 8 weeks, and in 8 weeks you learned a lot. It was a lot of, we met a lot of different vendors, a lot of different clients. They taught us how to prepare ourselves financially. They taught us how to even eat with the corporate world. Where do you get that from? It's really a good experience. So you get a lot from Martin Works.
So you would say that on top of just an apprenticeship, you're getting career readiness here. So what is one of the tools that you would say really is going to help you push forward to that next level outside of this apprenticeship that you learned here at Martin? Well, within Martin Works. So there's resume building, there's cover letter writing, there's, different technical skills you can learn with your computer, because, everybody's not so tech savvy. What one of those tools has helped you the most?
Excuse me.
You're good.
All of them, actually. Everything that Martin Works taught me, from the resume building, the cover letter writing, listening to people that work for these different companies, how they started and they navigated through the company. Just, it don't only build the skills, it builds your confidence. I feel better about selling the brand that I am. And that's one thing that Martin Works taught me, is being a brand and putting yourself out there and letting people know what you have to offer. They show you a lot of different things. It's a really, really good experience.
So outside of the school world and the life of a student learner, what are you excited to do with your career? Where would you like to be, a year from now, 2 years from now, or today? Where would you like to go?
Okay. Well, 2 years from now, hopefully I'll be near finishing my master program, which I'm taking at Martin as well. They're offering a community psychology program that gets you ready to help the mental illness part of things. Well, I hope to be halfway finished with that so I can begin my journey of becoming like a counselor, helping others. That's just something I've always wanted to do. And I do in my daily life anyway. So it's just giving me the tools to be the best of that I can be. So hopefully 1 or 2 years I'll be in some corporation helping and loving and doing everything I can for other people.
So you would say public service is definitely something you're passionate about?
Yes, I will most definitely say that.
Well, I thank you so much for joining us on Martin Live. Let's Talk Live with Martin You. That's all I have for you guys. Again, my name is Antia King, and I am with Miss
Latrice Carter.
Miss Latrice Carter, and I'm so excited to see where you land today. I'm sure wherever it is, they're very lucky to have you on board with them. So good luck to you today. I'll be doing my best to get in there to take a sneak peek at what's going on, but I'll be in here majority of the time. But I can't wait to see where you land, and I'm going to send it over to the inside of the Gathetorium.
Danielle Shaquan McGee. I graduated with my bachelor's of business administration in 2021. Going back to school with 5 kids was a big commitment I had to be willing to make. I do think the older ones really understood what I was trying to do, and I'm very open with my kids. So we did have a conversation before I decided that I was going to take this big step and how much I needed their support. When I came to Martin, it was like everything was perfect. Working around my job schedule, the drop-in center that helped with the kids, the faculty pushed you and encouraged you. The reason I chose Martin was because of the drop-in center, the smaller class sizes, the support of the staff, being in an environment with people who are going through the same things I was going through, and just us help pushing each other. For too long, Martin University has been Indiana's best kept secret, and I'm on a mission to change that.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Live with Martin You. I'm Antia King, and I have again another student that is participating in this year's draft day, Miss Sabe Martin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. Very excited to be here today.
Yes. So I've been told that you are like Miss Martin University.
Martin University is everything to me. I am 100% a Martin University bear. I was recruited, it seemed like, because I was getting so many positive messages from my friends and peers and people that I worked with talking about Martin University. I had no intention of coming back to school, but after I'd heard everything about it, and then when I started and found out that Martin University creates success stories, I decided I wanted to be one.
So this is a little thing that some people may not know, but you're entering back into the workforce after today with draft day. Is that right?
I had no idea that was going to happen either. But again, when I took the class, Martin Works, everything is a great discovery at Martin, if you look at it that way. And so after we completed the class and draft day became a point of conversation, yes, I am entering back into the workforce as an intern of all things. I'm excited.
It's very exciting. So what are you studying here at Martin?
I am studying to get my bachelor's in addictions counseling. I think that we need more representation and advocates in that arena, and I want to be that voice. But I also want to look at other steps in that path that are being presented to me.
So basically, you're just the jack of all trades, and you just want to just be a sponge of all this education.
I just want to be a jack of all trades and a master at many, not some.
Not some, many. Yeah, I heard that. Yes, absolutely. So what are you looking forward to the most today during this draft day?
Well, I'm looking forward to making some decisions based on the conversations that I have with the employers today, because I have more than one choice, and that's really exciting. And it's also been exciting to see what's new in the world of interviewing and hiring, and things have changed quite a bit.
Yes. When I was in high school, even in college, I was not aware of the different levels of an interview process. I'm like, okay, I got an interview No, nowadays it's like 3 interviews at the least amount that you have to go through with the process. So how has that been for you, the change and the shift?
It's been interesting. It's been daunting. It's been challenging to sit in an interview on Zoom with 4 different people, all interviewing you at the same time. And I know that's something new. It's been exciting to find out what's going on and to catch up with the world. That's what it feels like. And what I'm really excited about is in these interviews, I'm getting to use some of the skills that I've learned at Martin University, Microsoft skills, that are going to come in handy. I am so excited.
That sounds really exciting, especially when you're able to transfer skills over into any field. And since you want to be the jack of all trades, you can use that, what you've learned at Martin Works, here, there, really anywhere. Thank you so much for joining us on Let's Talk Live with Martin U. I know that you have to go ahead and get in there because you're about to get started and drafted. And I think the best thing that I want people to know is that with Martin Works, you can go into this and leave out with options. And that's what you have, is options, because you've mastered, or you are mastering, these skills from Martin Works into the real life world.
It's something that you won't find in other universities, institutions of education locally, I don't think, but you can find it at Martin University.
I like that. We're going to end on that note, because that was just like, that needs to go on a commercial or a logo or a shirt or just somewhere out here at Martin University. So yes, thank you so much, Ms. Sabay Martin. Again, I'm Auntia King, and we're really going to send it over in there this time because it is about to get started. So thank you guys so much. We're going to send it on to the Gathetorium.
I was a little fearful when I starting at a late age, but my goal was to become an attorney. I want to be that beacon of light to help them out of situations that they find themselves in and cannot afford an attorney.
I wanted to actually come back to school to get my degree, but I'm not sure where I want to go. So with Martin being that one hidden jewel in the city, you drive past it every day, I stopped. I took a chance, I walked in the building, and that chance turned into reality.
For 40 plus years, this has been a pillar in the community where healing takes place.
Because Martin has a lot to offer to people, as well as education, the love that they share that you feel here at Martin.
Martin University is it.
How I actually got to Martin was not an easy road. When I graduated high school, I was making money. I had a good job. But at my job, I discovered that I wanted to move up. And the only way I could do that was to earn a degree. The day I came in for my orientation totally changed my mind about Martin. I knew this was what I wanted to do. Martin has always been a family, and my family became part of the Martin family too. There were times when things got rough. It was difficult at times. The Martin faculty and staff, they always understood, and those people continued to support me when I needed it. Martin University is an awesome place because it will allow you to live out the dreams that you may not have even known were there.
A Martin University education means that I can earn my degree and launch my own vision or walk into any organization ready to make a positive impact. Martin University, my education, my impact.
This is absolutely a historic day. Martin Works is considered to be the transformative initiative for the university that will, in fact, deliver on the brand promise that we have made to our students, to our community, and to this great state. And our next corporate partner is Pacers Sports and Entertainment to welcome Miss Deja Chapman. Next up, we have USA Track and Field. Those students are Miss Quintana Davis and Mr. Mike Lewis. excited to have you along with us for the journey.
Danielle Shaquan McGee. I graduated with my bachelor's of business administration in 2021. Going back to school with 5 kids was a big commitment I had to be willing to make. I do think the older ones really understood what I was trying to do, and I'm very open with my kids. So we did have a conversation before I decided that I was going to take this big step and how much I needed their support. When I came to Martin, it was like everything was perfect. Working around my job schedule, the drop-in center that helped with the kids, the faculty pushed you and encouraged you. The reason I chose Martin was because of the drop-in center, the smaller class sizes, the support of the staff, being in an environment with people who are going through the same things I was going through, and just us help pushing each other. For too long, Martin University has been Indiana's best kept secret, and I'm on a mission to change that.
A Martin University education means that I can earn my degree and launch my own vision or walk into any organization ready to make a positive impact. Martin University, my education, my impact.
How I actually got to Martin was not an easy road. When I graduated high school, I was making money. I had a good job. But at my job, I discovered that I wanted to move up. And the only way I could do that was to earn a degree. The day I came in for my orientation totally changed my mind about Martin. I knew this was what I wanted to do. Martin has always been a family, and my family became part of the Martin family too. There were times when things got rough. It was difficult at times. The Martin faculty and staff, they always understood, and those people continued to support me when I needed it. Martin University is an awesome place because it will allow you to live out the dreams that you may not have even known were there.
A Martin University education means that I can earn my degree and launch my own vision or walk into any organization ready to make a positive impact. Martin University, my education, my impact.
I was a little fearful when I starting at a late age, but my goal was to become an attorney. I want to be that beacon of light to help them out of situation that they find themselves in and cannot afford an attorney.
I wanted to actually come back to school to get my degree, but I'm not sure where I want to go. So with Martin being that one hidden jewel in the city, you drive past it every day, I stopped. I took a chance, I walked in the building, and that chance turned into reality.
For 40 plus years, this has been a pillar in the community where healing take place.
Because Martin has a lot to offer to people as well as education, the love that they share that you feel here at Martin.
Martin University is it.
How I actually got to Martin was not an easy road. When I graduated high school, I was making money. I had a good job. But at my job, I discovered that I wanted to move up. And the only way I could do that was to earn a degree. The day I came in for my orientation totally changed my mind about Martin. I knew this was what I wanted to do. Martin has always been a family, and my family became part of the Martin family too. There were times when things got rough. It was difficult at times. The Martin faculty and staff, they always understood, and those people continued to support me when I needed it. Martin University is an awesome place because it will allow you to live out the dreams that you may not have even known were there.
historic day. Martin Works is considered to be the transformative initiative for the university that will, in fact, deliver on the brand promise that we have made to our students, to our community, and to this great state.
And our next corporate partner is Pacers Sports and Entertainment to welcome Miss Deja Chapman. Next up we have USA Track and Field. Those students are Miss Quintana Davis and Mr. Mike Lewis. Next up we have Headquarters.
Opportunity and new direction from Harvard University. We're very excited and very excited to have you along with us for the journey.
A Martin University education means that I can earn my degree and launch my own vision or walk into any organization ready to make a positive impact. Martin University, my education, my impact.
I was a little fearful when I starting at a late age, but my goal was to become an attorney. I want to be that beacon of light to help them out of situations that they find themselves in and cannot afford an attorney.
I wanted to actually come back to school to get my degree, but I'm not sure where I want to go. So with Martin being that one hidden jewel in the city, you drive past it every day, I stopped. I took a chance, I walked in the building, and that chance turned into reality.
For 40 plus years, this has been a pillar in the community where healing take place.
Because Martin has a lot to offer to people as well as education, the love that they share that you feel here at Martin.
Martin University is it.
How I actually got to Martin was not an easy road. When I graduated high school, I was making money, I had a good job, but at my job I discovered that I wanted to move up.
Come on up front and join us for the program part of this presentation.
There will be no homework, but you may get called on to answer a question. So I want you to be close. And then we're going to actually start our program in about 5 minutes. So just outside this door to the right is the restroom. Right or left, I should say restroom, if you need them before we start. So we're going to start our program very shortly. Thank you very much. I'll call on you individually. No, ma'am. That was not me.
I'm so excited today for this day to finally come. I just wanted to open up today's ceremony with a few items. Today we will give you all just a brief overview of the Martin Works Academy program. We will acknowledge our graduates of the program and some of those that we drafted today. We will also bring to attention our program supporters and our employer partners. And lastly, we will also be acknowledging a few students who participated in our data collection project. Please, just continue to sit back and enjoy yourself and network for those that are around you. I'm super excited about how this is going to turn out. Looking forward to the future as we move forward with this program. So let me welcome to the podium your guide and announcer for today's program, Ezel Mars.
That's right. That's right.
That's it. Okay, we're ready for break yet. Well, good afternoon again. As Tony said, just really want to thank everyone for being a part of this day. I see many that were part of our first draft day last year. Martin Works is the anchor of this program in our college to career connection, which is really what you'll hear more about over the course of the day. And this is an event where we connect our corporate partners with Martin students who hopefully are beginning their career or certainly laying a foundation for the rest of their life. So it's really just a great opportunity. In a moment, you'll hear from Dr. Huddleston, the fifth president of Martin University. He'll share a lot with you about how we got to where we are. But I will say that last year we began with a pilot that started the first year with understanding how we can become the first federally designated work college, the things that we need to do, lay a foundation. The Martin Works Academy experience, which anchors that, launched last year. And this year we had the second of those events, the Academy experience, and I'm just excited because this starts year 2 of the rollout of Martin Works and the Martin Works experience. So with that, just really so happy about what this day represents and where we are. So as I mentioned, Dr. Huddleston, many have met Dr. Huddleston, I would say, presented to some, introduced to others, the fifth president of Martin University and his vision. Afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
So if I'm moving a little slow, I am just returning from vacation in an island paradise. But I will tell you that we were there for 4 days, and that group of people down there did not look as good as you all do today. So give yourself a round of applause. So I want to first of all thank all of you for your belief in the Martin Works program, your participation, and your support. This is truly the culmination of a vision and a dream that came to this university a couple years ago. And I will tell you that it's very personal for me. There were kind of 2 things that precipitated the idea of the Martin Works program. On the one hand, part of my career, about a third of my career, was in corporate America. And among other things, I was responsible for diversity, equity, inclusion in human resources and suppliers and so on and so forth. And as we began to look at how we recruited students in for internships and things of that nature, there were 2 things that were woefully missing as far as I was concerned. Number one, we weren't achieving the inclusion that we needed, but yet still, I kept hearing from my counterparts and my colleagues that we could not find people from underrepresented backgrounds, and it was not because we couldn't find them, we just weren't looking. So that was one thing. The second thing that I encountered on that journey was that when we did get students in, the expectations were not really well known to the students, nor had we engaged enough with our higher education partners to understand who we were getting and how we could partner in educating those students on the job. And so I really felt that as a corporation in the various places that I worked, that we had not really had the opportunity to engage with higher education institutions to express to them the skills that we truly need for today and tomorrow. And if we could just find a way to catch up with each other so that we understood how to work together to create this joint workforce that we apparently agreed that we were going to put together or help to build, then we might be able to get somewhere. So the desire to create that type of environment at Martin University where we really had meaningful and productive partnerships with employers and a place where our students would be able to land successfully was one of the motivations that I had. The other motivation behind Martin Works is the fact that my youngest son graduated from the University of Massachusetts in 2019 with a degree in journalism. And despite the connections that I had personally around the country and other people who we had were able to engage with, he could not find a job. And the university did not really help him to find that job. Now, at the end of the day, I think students come to get the college degree so that they can use it for its said purpose. When we have our commencement at Martin University, one thing that I say every year to our graduates is that your goal is not to get this degree. Your goal is to take this degree and apply it, and all of the knowledge that came along with this degree, apply it to the thing that you said you wanted to do when you came to Martin University on day one. And so at the end of the day, our students are here because they want to earn a credential that will benefit them financially and for their careers in some way. And so waiting until you complete that degree to start that career journey is too late. And so the idea of the Martin Works program was to ingratiate our student cultures of our employers so that they can begin building a relationship long before they walk across that stage, so that when they do walk across the stage, they walk across the stage and they get a degree and hopefully a job. And that essentially, those are essentially the two things that led to this. And so over the course of the last 2 years, under the really tremendous leadership of Tony Cunningham, Ezell Mars, Dr. Maddie Jones, all of our colleagues within the university, we have endeavored to create a program that builds pathways to opportunity, relationships, and productivity. As employers, my belief is that you all have cultures within your organizations that are unique in some way. And when you hire someone in to come in, when you're going through their onboarding, and oftentimes we get a short amount of time to onboard new employees, you can't teach them the culture. It takes time and fortitude, quite frankly, to be able to engage in the culture of the organization. And then eventually people decide if they can become part of the culture, if they just don't feel comfortable. And so this effort and what our team here has done is they've tried to make sure that we infuse those things so that there is this longer opportunity to onboard these phenomenal future employees that you have. We also thought that our work college approach in taking students who were non-traditional age, who all have some level of work experience, so they've already kind of jumped some of the hurdles around the soft skills, as we call them, right? The professional skills that are needed to be successful in a job. They've already done that. And so this would be an opportunity for you to really just focus on the technical aptitude. We'll handle the additional support needed for those professional development, those skills, and we'll continue to pour that in, but it must be a component of our core curriculum. So in many respects, yes, we're a higher education institution, but we really pronounce ourselves as a workforce ready institution. We believe that our role is to prepare the workforce for the future. As this program continues to expand, which it has already, I think we started out with a pilot with a very finite set of employer partners and a very finite focus on the types of academic programs and backgrounds that we wanted to include. I think we kind of took the gates off those things, and now we're expanding throughout because we believe that in every academic program that we have, there are transferable skills that you as employers can and will benefit from. And so we've opened that up even broader now to make sure that every student has the opportunity. As we continue to grow, and then you have opportunities, as we continue to grow the program, we're looking at students who start at Martin University can actually start in Martin Works. Before we said, well, we want students to get an academic background, kind of get their sea legs, other than academically, if you will, and then we'll put them in the Martin Works program. But what we came to understand is that many of our students, all they need is that opportunity. They already have their sea legs under them. And so we've now expanded it a little bit more. As we look toward the future, the next kind of phase of as we grow the program will be twofold. Number one is right now, the Martin Works program is kind of an opt-in. You see some of our best and brightest students sitting in front of you because they are assertive people who are ready to take control and advantage of every single opportunity for them. I guarantee you, when they hit those doors of your businesses and your organizations, you will not be disappointed because they are extremely motivated and phenomenal people, and they are going to make great employees for you. But they opted in to the Martin Works program. As we move forward, we're going to reverse that a little bit, and we're going to ask every student to be a part of Martin Works, and they'll actually have to opt out of the program as opposed to just opting in. And so I think that's going to be critically important as it connects this idea of workforce ready to our fundamental mission and purpose. And then the last thing I would add in terms of the future growth of this organization, we've had some tremendous support and partnerships developed with employers who are here today, and some of the largest employers in our city, but that has not necessarily been just our focus. We think that all, but we have not necessarily created a pathway for entrepreneurship. And so we believe that students can be apprentices to entrepreneurs if they choose to want to start their own business as well. And so that will be another pathway that will be opening up. Hopefully that's not news to my team right here. You heard it here first. But, so that is kind of the next wave of the work that we'll be doing. The last thing I would say is that the Martin Works program really has three legs, right? There is college, there's career, and the third is community. My guess is that every employer here has some community engagement focus of some sort. You expect your employees to be good community partners. You expect that they are going to work with and support the broader community because they become your clients or customers in some way, shape, or form. We believe that with our core value of servant leadership at Martin University, that our Martin Works students can help to advance your community engagement activities. As we designed this program, we asked that every student involved in Martin Works do about 40 hours of community networking and support in some way, volunteering in some way. We believe that can happen through your organizations. And so we want to assist you with that because Martin University, amongst everything else, is a communiversity for all. And so with those things, I believe that we will be looking toward a very, very bright and vibrant future for the Martin Works program, certainly for all of you and for Martin University as a whole. So we really, really, really appreciate and enjoy the partnership that we've had, but I still think that we are just scratching the surface. I think we are just beginning, and I think there's so many opportunities. I cannot wait to hear about all of the great experiences that you are going to have with our students who are going to be coming as apprentices at your organizations. I can tell you right now that we have people who are in line waiting to become a Martin Works employer partner, knocking on the door. They're trying to throw incentives here and there. We've had a couple of checks kind of pushed under the table. We really have a number of people who have expressed interest and want to be a partner. But we are very selective. For example, we will not select someone to be an employer partner for us who will not provide an apprenticeship that leads to a job that requires a college degree. We've had some of them come to us and they want us to do it, but while they're really trying to do is kind of fill their entry-level workforce. And that's not really the spirit of this program. And so understand if you were accepted as an employer partner, it's because you are aligned with us and you are someone who is special as well. So we thank you again for all that you have done. I know that we're waiting to get to draft day so people get drafted. Every time I hear draft day, I either want to put on a helmet or some gym shoes and start. But and I know Picture Sports and Entertainment is here. I said this last year. I am available. If you need a water boy. So with that being said, welcome and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Huddleston. Glad you're still available. I saw Donna from Patient Entertainment who was laughing the hardest. So at any rate, I think we're ready to go. Just a couple of things before the actual draft part of the program. One of the things I'd like to do, not sure, I'd like to
sometimes we say later on we want to recognize our partners, but as Dr. Hudson mentioned, I'd like to really recognize our partners because most of the work that we've done now is not possible without our corporate partners. So if you're one of the partners that is here, just kind of wave your hand so I can see partners in the house. Now, if you were a partner the first year, I see a couple of pilot partners over on this side of the room. Wave your hand. So thank you very much for that. So just know that the partners, corporate partners, are what makes our work possible. You can see the list of names up there, which includes several that are new this year, like who I see there, Sokoa and Shepherd Community, and a few others. And Mr. Tarek Brown, CEO of Sokoa, is here on the third row there. And I'll shout out and say that he talked to some great students, and we were saying, we have a student for you. He looked at this and said, no, I want 2, maybe 3 of these students. So he's going to say, slow down. I think we got to spread it around a little bit. But just know, the conversations we're having is really happy when somebody like Mr. Brown says, I want to do it. So we'll continue to grow, and thank you very much. We'll talk about that later. The other thing, real quickly, I don't know, we'll recognize students individually, but any Martin students that are here, could you just wave and be recognized? So most of the students that you see are already the Martin students, because they're really making it possible. Right? The corporate partners make the high-level work possible, but having students that want to do work and grow their careers and improve their lives and all that are really what this program is all about. So happy to see that. I will tell you in advance, we'll go through who some of the students are that are going to corporate partners starting after Labor Day, but there are some that are not yet at that point that are still having conversations. There are partners that are with us today who've not yet made a final selection, but we still have room to work. So what you'll hear in a little bit are those confirmed partners and relationships that are ready to start, but just know there's still conversations going on, and there's still, the checks are not under the table. That part's all good. It's really just engaging partnerships. So just thanks everybody for coming. We'll probably do this at the end. Another partner I'll recognize, First Financial. Ms. Sansbury, we've been talking a lot on the first row. Maybe we'll have more recognition. First Financial really has been a supporter of Martin University for a number of years. So one of the things that you should know about our corporate partnerships is they're just not, singular kind of relationships, right? They support what we do in the community. They support our student engagement. They support our apprentices and lots of things that we do. And First Financial has been a supporter of Martin University for a really long time. So thanks for them. As a matter of fact, Ms. Sansbury came over from Cincinnati, brought a team from Northwest Indiana and other kinds of places. So they come from far wide. With that, I just wanted to make sure that we know the value of our partners and the value of our students. With that, Tony Cunningham can come back and tell us a little bit more about the programs, some data, some things, and then we'll get ready to go to our partnership.
Thank you, Mr. Mars. I won't hold you and run through all the stats and analysis that we've put in. We've had a number of things that we've pulled together just to kind of make sure that we understood how to improve. We've employed Rainman Solutions to come in and do a lot of our third-party analysis, but we've had students, faculty, and staff participate in those programs to kind of help us get the data that we needed. So I'm just going to kind of run through just a couple of things, just a high-level few things that we've kind of uncovered so far in regards to our stats, and also to just a call to action for those that are not a part of the program as it stands. But to all of our community partners, I want to bring your attention to the informational folders that you may or may not have picked up on your way in. There's a lot of detailed information in there that has a lot of the stats that I was just talking about, just to kind of give you some high-level view information. But there's also samples of our MOUs and also our call to action and what we would like you to do moving forward after you leave this program today. So each folder has that information. We want to make sure we share the benefits, the history, and the plan of action for the program. But this program has taken some leaps that I would like to just briefly share with you, and some significant findings that we've come across. So far, from last year to this year, our employer partner participation has jumped 64.7%. Wow. So that's phenomenal. So thank you. The Academy participants group has grown 25% since we started the program as well. And lastly, our employers that we've connected with that are part of the program say that our students are adaptable, they've had positive attitudes, and had strong initiatives who are also great self-starters. So just think about that when you're talking about the ideal employee coming into your fold as an apprentice. You have that already made individual ready to go in and do what they need to do with you. So having said that, I want to bring back our announcer and guide, Mr. Ezel Morris, so we can get to the main event. Thank you.
Okay, you know what we've been waiting for. I think we're ready to recognize a couple of students. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Students, Martin students, are you ready for that? Very good. So I think with that, what's our format? Is Dr. Huddleston going to come up, or we're going to how? Okay. So we have, what we said is, we'll, as we go through the list, if the employer partner is here, then you can come on up when we call your student's name. I do know, I just checked a couple that are not here, but we're going to recognize them anyway. So with that, we will begin with, I think we have the draft selections. This is the exciting, I see you laughing, this is the exciting part of the day right here. So we'll begin with our first corporate partner. And if we see that name, we begin with Sequoia, Central Indiana Council on Aging. I will tell you that, so we had several meetings and we met at Sequoia's offices, and they're really, really, as I mentioned earlier, supportive of the work that we're doing. They have a lot of services, to my point, that support our community. So in terms of multi-layered partnerships, not only is it a student connection, but it's a connection to our community and other work we're doing. So with that, thank you very much to Sequoia for being here. And the student that will be joining you soon is Miss Latrice Carter. Signing ceremony, but rather than do that immediately here, as soon as we're done, students will be at the back table signing and doing all of that great work. So the first one we're doing, congratulations, thank you. Our next partner is Circle City Broadcasting. Circle City is a parent company, many of you know about Wish TV and Channel 8, and Dewan McCoy, who is, I didn't know Mr. Stewart was here representing. I saw Mr. Stewart here, and very good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I was about to say Dewan McCoy, who is the president and CEO and runs that organization. 2 years ago, received his honorary doctorate from here, and certainly has support as well. Circle City Broadcasting has been a partner since the very beginning, also a pilot partner, and members of their organization. Brian Harrington also serves as a trustee, and maybe one of the folks that our student is working most directly with. So, thank you very much, Mr. Stewart. So, for Circle City Broadcasting, I'm not going to look at the slide because I know it's an exciting coming up right now. It is, I don't want to say too soon, it is Survey Martin. They have been a long time Martin supporter. In the early days of Martin, not that she goes back this far, Martin was founded as the Martin Center, focused on work with sickle cell and other kinds of things. And in addition to the work that she does as a Martin student in the community, she's a big supporter and helper of some of the sickle cell work at the Martin Center. Thank you, sir. All right, and our next corporate partner is Eskenazi Health. Forgive me, I wasn't really charged with giving a narrative every time, but I'm going to tell something great about all of our partners. And Eskenazi Health is another one. Ms. Rochetta has been with us since the beginning. Dr. Lisa Harris, who's their CEO, is also a trustee at Martin University. So it goes without saying that they've been great supporters and another example of the multi-layered benefits of the partnership because they're employing a couple of our students as apprentices. We also have some other education partnership initiatives to actually get Eskenazi employees to come to work at Martin University, in addition to some of the things they're doing to support everything from food drives and other community kind of things. So Eskenazi Health is really, really a great supporter of Will. Ms. Rochetta even taught Martin Works Academy, which is this summer, which is the experience that everybody participated in. She actually presented one night, talked about emotional intelligence and helped our students prepare for that space. So thank you very much for that. So with that introduction, she's standing up, she's coming this way, she knows her name's gonna be called. It's Ashley Kern. Yeah, yeah. She's corrected her name kind of L-E-I-G-H, so we're gonna correct that, just know that conversation. So thank you very much. I will say, additionally, Eskenazi Health is actually taking 2 students this year. Donnell Smith, who was a Martin Works Academy participant last year and is soon to be graduate of Martin University, started last year and will remain for a second year at Eskenazi Health. So Mr. Smith is working full-time, wasn't able to be here, but Donnell Smith will be at Eskenazi Health in addition to Ashley, A-S-H-L-E-I-G-H. All right. Our next partner is IU Health. Is someone here from IU Health? Yes, Ms. Officer and my man are coming up here. IU Health is one of our very newest partners. We just, again, began with some great conversation and a lot of things that we do align with some of the work that they do. So there's lots of great opportunity connections here for IU Health. And as we get ready, I'll say another thing, exciting thing is once we got started, they were sending emails saying, when can we get our money paid? When we get our check in? This is a great example with this, when we pay our money. So we got to take care of, by the way. All right, so at any rate, thank you very much. IU Health, there's several people that we've been working with from IU Health to bring the partnership together in a variety of capacities. So thank you for the work that you do. And now, who will be going to IU Health? Kiara Bailey. Also, has been a partner since the beginning of the pilot, and is a great example of the fact that when people think about the zoo, you think about caring for animals and all those things, like you want to work there, but in fact they have a very robust business, marketing, philanthropy department, accounting department, all the things that make a business run. The Indianapolis Zoo has all of that, so they're a great place for our partners. I had a partner last year that actually graduated and has gone on to another assignment in life, and now we're going to have another opportunity. So with that, I will say the Indianapolis Zoo, Miss, is before you here. Another quick story I'll tell Ms. McKee is she's a great success story at Martin University in another way. She started a long time ago in the Ability to Benefit program, started with us in the early days, completed that program, went on to enroll in her bachelor's program. So she's really an example of some great work foundationally with Martin in another program that builds into the work that we do. So really excited about Victoria McKee. All right. And now it's for sports and entertainment. Sprint on up there. No, let's Donna Wilkerson, face of sports and entertainment, is again another great supporter. And we talked a lot lately. Thank you very much for the work that you do. Patriot Sports and Entertainment is another example of the work that we do that is multifaceted and multi-layered. In addition to Patriot Sports and Entertainment, there's work that we do with the Patriot Foundation and others that are supporting the work that Martin University does. So really, really great supporters and lots of things in the future, I am sure. So with that, Patriot Sports and Entertainment looks like the name is Christian Lee. Last year, Corey came up here and pitched the basketball, and we had a little bit of action on it. My personalized jersey gets you ready to go. Do you have one that says, "I'm going to my team"? All right, the next company I want to recognize, they are not here, nor is, I don't think, the student. TriMedics. TriMedic is a medical device firm on the northwest side that really does some great work. It's one of our newer partnerships. So again, I apologize if it's neither represented, but it's an example of the fact that this is an ever-evolving kind of conversation. And the student who is scheduled to go there, I think her name is up there, so I'll go ahead and say it's Danielle Williams. And they had one conversation, but they still have a conversation to wrap some things up. As many of you know, in addition to the requirements that Martin University has, all of our students adhere to the requirements of the institution or the corporate partner. So if they say you have to be vaccinated, you have to be, there are certain other things that are necessary, then we have to make sure that those things are completed as well. So in the case of TriMedics, we completed most of the partnership work, but all those things are being resolved, and hopefully Danielle will be ready to go right after that. All set? Okay, we're getting through it. Wow, we have actually Martin University is in the list as a partner based on someone that is working as a work study and working for us directly as part of the program. So we last year started, as we get to the point of becoming a federally designated work college, we'll have more direct connection. But we have someone now that's actually working here that completed the summer academy is moving forward. And that gentleman is Mr. Albert Stahl. About down to the end of the list, but there's one more acknowledgement. Is Keisha Walker here? Keisha Walker, can you come up? Keisha Walker is currently working at a nonprofit called Faith, Hope, and Love International. And they reached out and said they wanted to be part of this because Keisha told them all about Martin Works. So we literally just got the document to go back and forth with them. They just agreed they wanted to stay. As I understand, real time, Keisha, tell me if we're wrong. You wanted to stay there because you love the work that you're doing. Okay, we're going to be in trouble. So anyway, because of Keisha's desire to continue the work we're doing and continue to grow with our current employers, we actually reached out over the course of the week. We talked with Mr. Gonzalez and had all that work. Finally got the document. We're just putting some things up. But we talked to make sure that we can recognize you today. So, you're already working with us. You're already working with us. So yeah, so that's the last thing. We're about ready to wrap up here. The last thing, what students are in here that have not yet, that didn't come up here, that were not placed, recognized, that we're still working with? Anybody else? And we have this Lachey, stand up and be recognized. You know, yeah. Everybody? So as you'll see, there are a few more students. All of the students that are now certified as registered in Martin Works, completed Martin Works Academy this summer, and are now ready to go to work at our core partners. Because we have a very intentional employment process and interview process, we're still completing some of that. Thank you so much with that. Just thank you so much again for coming. We're going to get Dr. Huddleston to close us out with remarks, reflections, and any instructions he has for the rest of the day. Dr. Huddleston.
The instruction will not be that you can go home. There's one observation that I just want to make, and I really won't be long, but I'd like for everyone on this side to look toward that side. And as you see, we had students who have come with their families, with their children, so that you understand a couple things. Number one, the experience at Martin University is truly a family affair. Many of our students are first-generation students, and when a first-generation student comes to college, their family comes to college with them. We have multiple generations at Martin University. In some cases, we have 3 generations enrolled at this university. But understand that these experiences don't just impact our students, they impact entire families and entire communities. And so to our employer partners, what you are doing is you are helping to build legacies. You're helping to build generational wealth. And you're helping to partner with us in our quest to ensure that every single student who achieves a degree at Martin University has had an experience in which ultimately they're not just achieving their degree, they're achieving their goals. To our students, this opportunity is unparalleled. This is a chance for you to achieve and finally achieve some of those things that have been in your mind for a really, really long time. You should have not completed the Martin Works Academy. You wouldn't even be in this program if we did not think that you were an outstanding and stellar individual who was going to add to the organizations that you're going to be a part of. We call it an apprenticeship because it's a relationship. We're absolutely building relationships. So it's not an internship, it's not a short-term assignment, it is an apprenticeship. What you do with this opportunity is all up to you. But just know that at every step of the way, we're going to be walking with you shoulder to shoulder so that you can shine even brighter than you already are. So I want to thank you in advance for everything that you are going to give to these employer partners as you continue on your Martin Works journey. Albert, you'll be working for us, so I've just decided that part of his job description will be for every time I have any idea, he's going to do that kick. And so with that being said, I want to send you on the rest of your day. This wonderful journey is just beginning, and I know that you all are about to rise and shine. Thank you. Partners, I see PEDCOR. Is that PEDCOR I see right there? So we've got our PEDCOR, which large organization up in Carmel, affordable housing and lots of other things. Has been a partner since the very beginning as well. One of our pilot partners. They actually, just in terms of setting the example, they actually hired a student before the program even began to work for PEDCOR, and then they continue on as an apprentice. Student has moved on, and we're actually at the point now reassigning at PEDCOR, but they've also helped with housing and other kind of community support. So just want to recognize PEDCOR, see them in the house right there. Who else is here for the first time that we have to recognize? Children's Museum. I see the Children's Museum is actually another newer partner, saying just like the Indianapolis Zoo, where you think, well, they just kind of tour people around. Lots of things going on at the Children's Museum. So I just want to recognize, literally, they just became our partner a couple of weeks ago. So we're just getting the work done to get a partnership match there with the Children's Museum. This is absolutely a historic day. Martin Works is considered to be the transformative initiative for the university that will, in fact, deliver on the brand promise that we have made to our students, to our community, and to this great state. And our next corporate partner is Pacers Sports and Entertainment to welcome Miss Deja Chapman. Next up, we have USA Track and Field. Those students are Miss Quintana Davis and Mr. Mike Lee. Next up, we have PEDCOR. Opportunity and new direction for our university. We're very excited and very excited to have you along with us for the journey.
Danielle Shaquan McGee. I graduated with my bachelor's of business administration in 2021. Going back to school with 5 kids was a big commitment I had to be willing to make. I do think the older ones really understood what I was trying to do, and I'm very open with my kids. So we did have a conversation before I decided that I was going to take this big step and how much I needed their support. When I came to Martin, it was like everything was perfect. Working around my job schedule, the drop-in center that helped with the kids, the faculty pushed you and encouraged you. The reason I chose Martin was because of the drop-in center, the smaller class sizes, the support of the staff, being in an environment with people who are going through the same things I was going through, and just us help pushing each other. For too long, Martin University has been Indiana's best kept secret, and I'm on a mission to change that.
A Martin University education means that I can earn my degree and launch my own vision or walk into any organization ready to make a positive impact. Martin University, my education, my impact.
I was a little fearful when I starting at a late age, but my goal was to become an attorney. I want to be that beacon of light to help them out of situation that they find themselves in and cannot afford an attorney.
I wanted to actually come back to school to get my degree, but I'm not sure where I want to go. So with Martin being that one hidden jewel in the city, you drive past it every day, I stopped. I took a chance, I walked in the building, and that chance turned into reality.
For 40 plus years, this has been a pillar in the community where healing takes place.
Because Martin has a lot to offer to people as well as education, the love that they share that you feel here at Martin.
Martin University is it.
How I actually got to Martin was not an easy road. When I graduated high school, I was making money, I had a good job, but at my job, I discovered that I wanted to move up.
Education with a focused approach on service learning.
Understood and value to live out the dreams that you may not have even known were there.
Martin University was founded in 1977 with a unique mission to serve low-income, minority, and adult students by providing opportunities to change their destinies through education with a focused approach on service learning and leadership. Many students who are new to Martin University have been out of the formal academic setting for several years. They work either part-time or full-time, and they sometimes have family obligations that can interfere with the pursuit of their academic endeavors. Our mission is to successfully educate those who may not have taken the traditional path to college, who have been discounted, discouraged, or even disregarded. That mission is just as important today as it was when Martin was founded. To accomplish our mission, we are committed to increasing student retention and completion levels to address disparities and inequities in education, income, career opportunities, and social mobility. Our desire to improve college completion rates is consistent with the goals that were set by the state of Indiana to reach 60% by 2025. The Indiana Commission of Higher Education has identified college completion rates as an area of high priority in its recent strategic plan. Martin University plans to address these challenges by implementing the Martin Works Urban Work College program. Building on the model that was pioneered by Paul Quinn College in Dallas, Texas, Martin Works will embed employer-based partnerships and other experiential learning activities in degree programs so that Martin students will graduate with career training as well as experience in their chosen fields of study. Martin Works will be the
Thank you all for joining us today on Let's Talk Live with Martin Yu, the podcast that brings much needed conversations to the table. Thank you for joining our special edition of Draft Day today, where so many of our students were drafted to very illustrious organizations and companies. That is all I have for you guys today. on Let's Talk Live with Martin Yu. Until next week, where you guys will be tuning in with Mr. Tony Cunningham, the person that is in charge of all of this amazingness, next week with his own guest host. Thank you all, and I'll see you next week.